I want to play a few videos for you of these new electric Chinese cars with surveillance built into them. Now, not only is it in Chinese cars that are actually in China, but they're also in some of the cars that have bases here where they build cars at as well. I want to show you a few different video clips, guys. Now, I'm not here to fearmonger you, and I'm not here to even say that if you want one of these cars, that you're a bad person. Technology isn't inherently evil. However, I do believe that AI is going to be part of the beast system that does eventually have control over us, right? I want to show you these video clips. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think that this is acceptable? Do you think that this is okay? Do you think it's no big deal unless you're one of the ones that actually own these vehicles? And let's have a conversation about it in the comment section. But let me play you this video right here, guys.
Will 2027 be the slowest year for new car sales ever? And why do I say that? Because I've said it to you in previous videos that AI will be taking control of everything in your vehicle, and that includes everything that you do. And once again, this falls within the federal guidelines that all new vehicles in the year 2027 are required to have what's called federal surveillance technology. And this is mandatory. So basically, once again, everything you do in your vehicle, from sneezing to drinking to eating to anything that you like to do, they will be able to see it. And that also includes your driving habits. You know, if you like to speed, jam the brakes, talk while you drive, everything. Have a look at this technology that's in the brand new Infiniti.
That right there is a driver monitor camera. Those two red eyes, yep, they're tracking my eyes. But if that wasn't enough for you, there's another camera here watching, and then there's another one up top. They can see everything that you and all of your passengers do.
These cameras are basically in plain sight. If you didn't know, you wouldn't even see them. Look at that right there as they watch you as you drive. And this one right here, right above the dash, is pointed right at your passenger seat. And then there's that one right there to see what everybody in the back seat is doing in the vehicle while it's in motion. And as I mentioned to you earlier in previous videos, AI will have the technology to shut the vehicle down or alert authorities if it's being driven too fast or even reckless. It will also monitor your behavior once you get in the vehicle and sit behind the wheel. And as of right now, there's no way for you to even turn this off. So if you get in your vehicle and your emotional state is not in a calm one, that vehicle may not even start. So I guess my question to you is, after seeing these cameras installed in the brand new Infiniti, how much control of the vehicle do you actually have? And are you going to purchase a brand new vehicle if it includes surveillance systems such as what I just showed you? Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
There's tons of people in the comment section of this particular video that say that they won't buy a new car if this is going to be what's inside of them, right? But this is just a small majority. There's only 28 comments on this video. And when I think of this, I automatically think, well, what would the old me have done? Because the old me used to ride around and smoke weed and even do other drugs in the car. And I'd have people in the back seat with me and we'd be doing illegal things in the car. With police, you know, being able to be monitored or being alerted, that would have been a good thing, right? In the grand scheme of things, because I'm a Christian man now and I don't have the same values that I used to have. So me personally, I have the belief that if there's somebody out there riding around and they're smoking weed and they're drinking while driving, I would want that person to be stopped and not necessarily arrested. But if they're drunk driving, then yes, you know, take the natural steps of, you know, action that you would take. But if someone is out there driving and they're a threat to someone, I would want that person off the road. Now, however, when it comes down to the emotional state, say someone just tried to, you know, snatch you up off the streets and you got to your car, but now you're irrational and you're overworked and you're, you know, high as you should be, you're on high alert. You get in and you try to start your car, but now it won't let you start your car. And the person that's chasing you is right there outside your window trying to bust it. Now what? Now you're in a state of a victimhood because the car won't let you drive it. It's just like, where do we draw the lines? You know what I mean? Now let's play this video because it's not just Infiniti.
Many new cars have this feature that I'm going to call the Eye of Sauron. This is a driver monitor system that watches your eyes to see what you're looking at if you're paying attention, all of that. To make things even worse, you can't truly fully disable this. You can disable some of the warnings, but it'll always be watching you. You pair that with the fact that the automakers also have your GPS coordinates at all times, And now you can see why I call this the Eye of Sauron. They're always watching. And finally, this version is very easy to see, but automakers are looking to maybe put some driver monitors up in this area, hide it in the dash, maybe somewhere on the steering wheel. In the future, you won't be able to tell that your car has it, so maybe it's time to buy an old car.
And so this comment section also has people that are, saying that they wouldn't buy one. And this guy says this car never watches him, which is true. Note to self, don't buy a Lexus. Somebody put a roll of tape here to say tape over the sensor. But I'm pretty sure that they'll probably have some type of monitoring to, nice try, car won't work if you cover it. We'll give you an error code. There you go. Used cars will be worth a fortune at some point. Why do people buy this crap? So I think that ultimately there's going to be enough people that don't care enough. Most people aren't out here doing things that they need to be worried about or concerned about. Most people aren't texting while driving. I mean, I can't say that, man. A lot of people text while driving, but I feel like there's going to be enough people that still buy these cars, regardless of what technology they put in them, to where the laws will still be in effect. No, it's not going to stop things to the degree that I think that people are thinking it's going to, because let's face it, we know that AI is draining a lot of bodies of natural water, and yet and still people are still using AI, even though they don't want a data center put in their neighborhood per se, but they'll still use AI, which is causing data centers to be needed amongst other diabolical things. We don't see the use of AI slowing down any. If any, it's increasing rapidly, right? But the Bible warned about that. Not that AI in general, but the Bible warned about knowledge increasing at rapid rates like it is in the current day and age that we find ourselves in.
From BYD, right? That's a Chinese company. And you bring it into the United States. It's taking full motion video. It does 3D mapping. It has geolocation of the driver, so they always know where it is. It can be hacked via your phone.
Because this is the exact same argument that they use for TikTok, right? Ford filed patents that their cars would record you when you were talking. They would record and take pictures and videos of your surroundings. They could record your neighbor's house and send that data to the police. Their cameras can read your lips with the AI technology and sell that data. So why is Ford praising Slotkin's new legislation? Because of course they are. It couldn't possibly be because China now has a deal with Canada in which they're going to start to get Chinese EVs. And Toronto is not far from Detroit. So when Americans start to see their neighbors and these $10,000 BYD cars show up in their driveway, the one that has the 14-inch LED touchscreen, 255-mile range and lane assist, they're going to start wondering why they're paying $50,000 for a truck that listens to them and sells their data. This bill is not protecting Americans. It's just preventing us from shopping the automobiles that sell our data.
From BYD, right? That's a Chinese.
Now, I don't say what you will about these BYD cars and Ford and everything, but the comments right here are saying that the CEO of Ford drives a BYD, but someone else says that he drives a Chinese-made Zomai, I don't know how you pronounce that name, SU7 electric vehicle. And someone says that Tesla already has these capabilities. This person says, I'd buy one immediately. BYD is superior. I would buy a BYD so fast if they were in the US. I want a BYD because the quality is amazing and the cost is amazing. This person says Toronto is a 4-hour drive from Detroit. Person says a 45-minute flight? Question mark. This is one of these Chinese cars. Putting it in self-park mode.
Take your phone and party. Party with the captain.
They just get out and walk away. And the car parks itself. That is a really small spot. That's a very tiny parking spot. And it just parked it on in there with ease.
Holy cow. Look at this. This was insane. My God. Holy moly.
It's so crazy, guys. Now, there's comments here saying that the U.S. banned these cars because they're scared that it would give the U.S. automakers a run for their money. They may give the U.S. automakers a run for their money simply because this is an amazing looking car. The inside is very aesthetically pleasing. It's a great looking car, and it parks just like that, and it's great on gas mileage and stuff. But when it comes down to it, this isn't something that the U.S. isn't capable of. But at what cost, though? What do we come to when we say, okay, I'm just going to give up any rights to my freedom and whatever I say to my wife while I'm driving? What if I'm mad at something that the president did and now I'm a terroristic threat because I said something negative about the president? What if I'm mad about something that's going on in the economy and I vocalize that inside my car? Now I got the FBI knocking at my door for one thing or another. Not that I would say anything like that, but what if just even saying anything negative now becomes a terroristic threat or hate speech? What if I'm talking about Jesus in my car? What if I'm riding, listening to worship music and I'm praising, right? Obviously, you're not going to like lift your hands off the wheel and just ride with your hands up in the air like that for long periods of time. But what if you're at a red light? I'm just speculating here, guys. Where do we draw the line over freedom? This is supposed to be the land of the free. And here we are, we're getting all of our rights stripped away, it seems, one after another. Free speech isn't free speech anymore. You can't have any privacy. You got devices left and right in your home. Who knows what they're monitoring? We've just come to a time where there's just no privacy no more. And if you desire privacy, you're considered a terrorist. It's crazy, man. But these are my thoughts, guys. These thoughts don't reflect the views of the platform or anyone that's making content in these videos. And you don't have to share my beliefs or my thoughts either, but I would like to know what yours are. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'll leave all these videos that I reacted to linked in the description to give the content creators credit for their work, as well as to make it easy for you to follow them if that's what you choose to do. But that's going to do it for this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, God bless.